Okay, this is the top 5 misconceptions in physics or astronomy. One's the top 5 or first one is scientific method. Scientific method, you state a problem or a question, maybe narrowed down to something that can be tackled with an experiment or a set of experiments. For one, you don't need to worry about the scientific method. What you need to do is work, or probably get a job, a real job. You don't need to worry about the scientific method for one. I can tell you that firsthand. I know that is because you're probably not smart enough, or you have some kind of ulterior motives that who knows what they are, but you don't really need to worry about that. What you need to do is probably get a real job and maybe listen to real science, somebody that has, some kind of credentials in the scientific field. Another one, number 2, is let's see. Planck density. You don't need to. For one, you don't need to worry about the Planck density. For one, it's because you're probably, most people think, well, what is a Planck density? Is that? It's like a plank. It's dense. Maybe like say you're making somebody walk the plank. Say that it's trying to, learn and teach about astronomy and physics, like maybe some of the people you see in science programs and around the internet. You say, well, this person's dense. We don't want to know nothing from them. We don't want to know shit from you. Okay? Weisenheimer, wise guy, or whatever the fuck you are. Okay? Whoever you might be, you're going to have to walk the plank, so to speak, on the proverbial science ship, right? That's what I'm talking about. I mean, that's the only Planck density you need to know about, right? Is a watery gray, watery. Take a dive, buddy. Get off the ship. Quit, Quit mooching off others' hard work. Okay? Get a fucking job. Okay? Number 3 is, the speed of light. People worried about, there's a couple people talking about speed of light back. You look at the history of science, Empedocials, or whatever his name is, some was saying it was finite. You look in a book, and they were saying Aristotle was saying, well, I think it's infinite, or whatever the early arguments were. You say, well, for one, what would you think, How could something be infinite, All you've got to do to test that theory, what would you do, So you go get a flashlight or something. Maybe they didn't have flashlights back then. They would use something and put like a curtain over it or something, light a fire, catch the fucking house on fire, or whatever. You fucking put a blanket over it, open it up, and they say, well, the light travels from here to there on the wall, instantaneously. It was instantaneous, alright? I know for a fact. You want to get your stopwatch out, whatever. You know, if someone was saying, if someone was saying it was instantaneous, there would be a variant in, pulling up your dress over there to see if the fire's going to go on the wall, see the flames on the wall. There would be a variant in terms of like how instantaneous it appeared or something, So don't pull your dress up. Don't light fires in people's houses, okay? You get your fucking ass kicked, okay? Science guy or whatever, okay? Here's what you're gonna need to do, okay? You gotta go with finite, Light, the enigma of light, it's gotta be finite. To say it was infinite would mean that it could increase forever. It's just like the one question, if it was the last second on Earth, you want to squabble over this, mathematically you could divide it in two forever. You'd be stuck in the moment forever. Well, you just look at that as an example and say, look, I don't want to be stuck in the moment forever. It's pretty good to go. I'd say it's finite. You don't need to try to say that it's infinite. You don't need to really try to go there, okay? What's not infinite is other people's patience of you speculating on science and astronomy now, is it? Get a fucking job, a real one, and you know what I mean? Contribute to society. Don't worry about science so much. There's other trained professionals, even myself, even myself can tell you firsthand you're barking up the wrong tree. You might not know shit. You may not have the talents. You may not have the talent or the smarts to even grace this field. Please, if you will, stand back. Don't worry about talent. People that, shit you don't know about. Okay? Yeah. Another is Archimedes. Archimedes' is inventions. He did all kinds of shit. King commissioned him to make a ship, first luxury liner in history, capable of carrying 600 people. Right? Fucking love boat and shit. To pump out any water that leaked in the hull, he said to develop the Archimedes screw. Okay? Here's one thing you don't need to know about. Is Archimedes, at all. Okay? Because the reason why they painted over and went over Archimedes' books, or they did this and did that, is because it's too much shit to be known about. Okay? You don't need to be fucking worried about what Archimedes did in class, okay? Archimedes is a troublemaker. And, he's just coming up with shit to get out of doing work, man. Come on. They're saying, it was just, he invented this screw, the same design was adapted to transfer water from low-lying sources and irrigation canals, still used today. Yeah, that might be true. He also invented a parabolic arrangements of mirrors. But to focus the rays of the sun on enemy ships and burn them. Okay? There's all kinds of shit that Archimedes supposedly came up with, but here's the thing: is get a fucking job. Don't worry about what other people is doing. Don't look at other people's answers. Okay? That's the greatest misconception that you can look. Do your own fucking work, right? Don't come on the internet or don't do a science show and worry about what Archimedes did. Okay? Come up with your own shit. Okay, number 4. Let's see. Thermodynamics. You want to throw thermonuclear dynamics. something about, planets that can survive have iron cores. They create geothermal and thermodynamics because of gravity and different shit. You have to have the iron core for it to survive as a planet. That's what Earth's got, okay? Okay? To the core. Does that mean what? Yeah, you gotta iron your shirts. It's almost synonymous to saying, look, you gotta iron your fucking shirt, put your fucking ass shirt on, your tie, and go get a fucking job application, fill it out. Okay? You're not gonna be sitting around talking about fucking geothermal reactions and thermodynamics. Okay? The only iron you need is one that can fucking, you can iron a shirt with. Tuck your shirt in, put a shirt on, and go get a fucking job. Okay? That's the only geothermal thermodynamics you even really need to trip off of. And the number one thing for right now is the existence of parallel universes. Or the Big Bang, or this or this or that. People are saying, well, that's a hell of a statement. You say, look, it exploded, something exploded, and created everything. I mean, why the hell are they saying that? Because apparently they're looking at things and the way they are. There's nothing else that could explain it. But let me tell you this, that something can explain it. It's called a motherfucker with a job. Can say anything they want. I'll blow shit up that way because I'll be putting good money down to pay my fucking internet bill. And everybody else, per se, well, you're talking about fucking the Big Bang and this and that. Go get it. I'll give you $5. Go up to the mall and get an orange bang and a fucking corn dog and shut the fuck up. Right? That's the only bang that you need to know about right now, isn't it? And you can think about maybe someplace you can get a fuck-ass job. Okay, so those are the 5 top misconceptions in science. Nice. Thank you. Thank you very much.